I've come here to meet Yoram Hazony, an expert in the politics and theology of Judaism. I want to know why the end of days is so closely tied to this city.
You're looking at the absolute epicenter of the monotheistic world. Right over there, that's the Dome of the Rock, which according to Islamic tradition, Muhammad ascended to heaven from right that spot. And over there, the Mount of Olives and Gethsemane below, where Jesus and his disciples used to meet. And of course, down here is the Western Wall Plaza, the holiest shrine prayer location for all of the Jewish people in Judaism. This whole area is called the Temple Mount.
This is the Temple Mount.
The temple was a building 7 stories high, stood on top of this Temple Mount, on top of that flat area where those trees are.
In 20 BC, King Herod the Great built a temple where Jews could worship their God. It was designed to last forever.
Herod says, we're going to create the most spectacular physical structure in the entire Middle East, maybe in the entire world. You can see these gigantic stones at the bottom. Those are called Herodian stones. The Jewish temple to the one God stood on top of that mount before there was Islam or Christianity.
But in the year 70 AD, the Romans sacked Jerusalem and demolished the temple. In the centuries since, Jews have come to pray at its remains, the Western or Wailing Wall. It was almost 1,900 years before the site returned to direct Jewish control in 1967. We are about 70 years into the new Israel. Why hasn't the temple been rebuilt?
2 reasons. One is because the Jews aren't ready, and the other is because the Muslims aren't ready. The state of Israel militarily, politically controls this whole area. But the state of Israel gave the Temple Mount area on the top to the Muslims.
While the top of the mount is off limits to Jewish religious rites, there are sacred spaces underground, which Yoram says will help me understand the Jewish vision for end times.
This is it. We've come to the closest that a human being can come to the Holy of Holies, the most sacred spot in the world. That's the room in the temple that one human being would enter once a year, the high priest, on Yom Kippur, on the holiest day